We are. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Growing the Game. And this is your girl DELILAH HD, and this is episode 191.
Yes,
So we're just gonna go ahead and get it started. We're a little bit late today, so we're gonna just jump in and start with intros. So I'll go ahead and start with you, Charisse.
I'm sorry, I was giggling how the video came in on Lady's death.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's
That was
all
kind
right.
of. I'm sorry. Anyway,
That's
it's your
okay.
girl Charisse here. Y'all know who I am. Do we go ahead and say what we played this
Yeah, you
week?
go ahead and say you're playing. It's only really one primary game that I've been playing. That's Halo, and I also tried the Matrix Awaken.
Oh yeah.
Awakens. That was kind of cool, but it's been Halo, whether it's multiplayer and campaign. I'm all in. So yeah, that's what I've been playing. But go ahead, Charisse.
All right, so it's your girl Charisse here. I finally got done with my finals, passed my class, so I played video
Congrats.
games.
Woo! Congrats.
I know, right? First of all, Halo is the shit. Played that. Played some Destiny this morning. Got back on Genshin Impact. Lost my 50-50, so I did not get the character I wanted. And then I have, for my reason, started Final Fantasy 14. I have a cute little cat girl. She is adorable.
Why? What made you do that?
I am easily influenced with disposable income. You should know this. Stop sending me
What?
links.
Yeah, but I'm saying what? What did you see that was like, oh, I need to play that?
So I love MMOs, RPGs, MMOs. That has always been my thing since forever. But I never had a PC to play the majority of them, and since 3 people bullied me into building one,
Hey.
I
make
have
you better, okay? We make you better.
I was like, well, bet I can do this now. So I started Final Fantasy 14. I am going to do Lost Ark in the spring in February when it comes out. Lost World is still in rotation. So basically, I have like 4 or 5 MMOs that I'm just going back and forth between. And I blame y'all.
That's fine. I take the blame. It's cool. Yeah, it's whatever. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Maybe for making your gaming situation better.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yes.
Opening up your horizons. It's all good.
Right, because isn't it a great feeling?
Oh my God,
I
it's
know
so
it is for me. You're like,
it's like
I know that I can play this here, you know?
like I used to be like not be able, like I see all these cool games and then they say PC and I was like, oh, but now I'm like, oh, I can play that now.
I can play
Like,
that. Let's go.
it's a whole new world that has opened up, and y'all, like, I hate y'all in the process when I was doing this, but now thank y'all so much for making me build this computer.
Mhm.
Yes.
Because thank LBOOGIE, because I didn't know how to do shit with mine. Mine was pre-built.
Yeah,
And I'm
thanks,
scared of-
LBOOGIE.
Thanks, LBOOGIE.
Hey, y'all, when I have tech questions, y'all know who I run to, so you know, even though they be stupid and they post me the stuff that I don't understand, you know, because I'm
Not condoning everyone to contact me for tech questions, so let's just be clear about that. I'm not tech support.
It's just us.
You
She
know,
only helps us.
Because
Yes.
Boogie, you remember that thermal paste dialogue? That was hilarious.
Oh my god, that was so crazy. I was at my desk like,
It's gonna blow up, dog. It's gonna.
Oh my God. So, okay. So
Yeah,
Delilah
you
was
gotta
sending
tell
us. Yeah, so Delilah was sending us pictures of the stuff that she was buying for her computer. And I was like, again, I don't know all the details. So I'm sitting here, okay, what's this yellow stuff? And they're like, that's thermal paste. And I was like, what do you use that for? And they're like, it goes on your CPU thingy. And I'm like, I didn't have to do that. So what do you mean? They go, and so they're like,
yeah. So we're like, red flag, alarm.
Charisse, what are you talking about? Yet you didn't do this. And I'm like, I didn't do that. They was like, and then like we had a whole, like, I had to give them my shopping list. I had to give them what I had did. I had to show the link that I used. Like literally, they were like, Tori, your stuff is gonna blow up.
At least we were on it.
Yeah. Who's worried about you with that?
Yeah,
I
you
was
know.
kind of concerned. I
Hold
had
up.
She was probably looking at it like, I'm in the background just.
He's gonna start smoking on you. He's gonna start smoking on you.
I'm nervous. Yeah. I'm nervous. Like if you see sparks, please get out of the room.
like I try to keep it ventilated. I got it up off the carpet. I have
Oh,
like a
that's
little
good.
yeah.
That's good.
It's on like a little rolling mount thingy. Like I try. I ain't the
Man.
best, but
Jeez. And yet she still built her own computer. So proof.
Yes, there you go. That's right.
Right?
I know, right?
That's
That this is easy.
Everyone can do it. Everyone can do it. I mean, I remember back in the day when you had to like really like solder some shit.
And that's
you know
right.
What I mean? So
it had the little thing to take the electric current from.
It's literally like Legos now. Like build a computer, people. It's cheaper. You get more for your money. So I know I say cheaper, but it's not really cheaper. But you get more for your money. So
graphics cards, they changed the game.
That part.
Hey, you don't know. The only reason why I have mine is because I'm crazy and drove down to Best Buy at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but you got it at retail though, so that's
I got it at retail.
Yeah, I got my aftermarket. Luckily, someone that works at my company was selling one, and I jumped on it. You know, got a 3080 Ti. I had to get it. I mean, because I had to pick. You know, I could have gotten whatever one, and I was there for the 3080, but then I'm like, might as well go big or go home.
Right? When are you gonna have this opportunity to get this at retail?
Yellow. She said yellow.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes. Right.
Yeah. But all right, we like went on a whole.
My bad. So, lady, yes, what you been playing?
This is why I'm nervous to build my computer. That's why I'm nervous to build my computer.
We will Sherpa you. Don't worry.
We got you.
More stories.
You got more than enough knowledge on this panel to get you through everything. I'm on my 6th computer building my. So you come on, it's not hard.
Okay, I got it. That means I'm lightweight bullshitting, but yeah, I need to build mines, and it's good to have that knowledge around. You know, willing to help. That's what's important. I think that's cool. This week, man, I'm gonna take a page out of the live book. You know, I've been playing Halo Infinite multiplayer. As you can see, you see some gameplay here, and just like the last couple
in the background.
For me? Oh, that dog?
Yeah, he is upset. He is upset. Okay.
I know that I cannot.
No, I know. I'm just like, he is mad. He is just like,
I like how Boogie looked to see what was her dog. That's not my dog.
I know. I'm like, y'all barking. They about to do right now.
That's the dog outside. Campaign Halo is great. It looks so good. I'm enjoying the open world aspect of the game, and I can't wait to get back on it later, and I can't wait till we discuss more about it in depth a little bit later. But that's all I've been playing this week. That's all. I don't know what's going on with me. I don't know if it's
you addicted to Halo like me, girl. It's a drug.
It's a good game. It is a solid title.
It's fun. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. So but that's all I've been playing. So
yes. What about you, LBOOGIE?
You already know. You already know.
Same.
Even before this week, I was only playing Halo multiplayer, and now I'm only playing the story. And I'm telling you, Delilah, I started playing on the PC yesterday, and I probably have played more time now on the PC than I did the Xbox, which it still looks phenomenal on the Xbox.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with it or anything like that, but it is just smooth like butter.
Those frames, man. Those frames.
I mean, I don't know if you saw the tweet that I put out with the picture.
I saw that. You can see the sweat. You can see the bead of sweat on the forehead.
Ooh, I was like, look at these hair follicles. I can see your hair follicles. Okay. I see all the bruising. I see where it goes from purple to light red on your face. Yeah. Oh, and I must say that guy, I already tweeted about this too. That guy at the first tower, Chaklock, is a whole bitch.
Yes, he is. He a problem.
He is horrible. I was like, this is the first guy? This is the first guy.
Yeah.
Dude, and my ass went on
heroic. My ass went on heroic like Delilah.
Oh, see, so you feel my pain. You feel my pain.
No, but we normal.
I had to take a break. I had to take a break.
Oh,
and
really?
Come back, and I was like sitting here really holding the controller, breathing to myself, and telling myself, "Come on, don't let this game get the best of you."
Somebody that can relate to me finally, because I'm
like,
like
this game about to be the best of me. Okay,
Yes.
But yes, I'm like, I can't be ready to put this game down already.
Yeah, you
And
have to
it don't look
plan
like
and
you can't
strategize.
change it, right? You
No,
can't change it.
I didn't see where you could change it. I didn't see where you could change it. I'm like, yo, I'm
I was
stuck
like,
on the red.
damn. Yeah.
I can't even downgrade this joint. Like I'm in there.
I'm stuck.
Y'all committed. You guys are committed
it's
right
committed
now.
now. Like it is. But you can't like she said, you just have to take a step back, strategize,
Yeah.
Really.
game plan together and start working on your game plan. But like you can't just be running and gunning. It ain't happening. You gotta
them snipers.
Yeah.
Man, you ain't gonna last.
I
do
get them
like-
first. I get them first now.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
now
Take
I
them out.
switched to,
Oh yeah.
What's the red weapon? The red sniper?
Oh yeah. You get that. Oh yeah. For sure.
I get that. I keep that, and still, I got a special mangler. I don't know if you've gotten the special one yet from killing.
Yeah, I got that one.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
from killing somebody. So I keep that one and that, and then I have a stun. I don't know what you call that thing.
The grapple. The grapple shot.
Grapple, yeah.
That grapple was a lifesaver.
Yes,
Yeah,
I have the one
sir.
that stuns, and I have the ping to be able to have people. All that stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I like that ping too.
Yeah.
I've been upgrading my shields. That's like the main priority is upgrading.
That's the
my
highest
stuff.
one for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
Good
That's the
shit.
highest one.
You need those shields.
Because they're gonna jump you. Because they're
Because
gonna
I'm
jump
like,
you.
how when I shoot you taking all kind of these bullets.
Right, you
but
soaking
then
them up.
Three
Sponging them.
shots to me, I'm dead.
Right.
How is that happening? How am I putting a grenade on you and you surviving, but the grenade just splashed over here next to me and
Splashed.
That's it.
Ooh, between the
Splash.
brute has like the shield and armor, so you gotta go through the shield. You gotta knock out the armor, and it's like a problem.
You gotta switch your weapons. Like you need one kinetic weapon and one plasma weapon. So I have a needler to drop the shields, and I switch to a rifle or something to actually kill them.
Yeah, I did notice that was open too. I'm like, oh, so I actually have to pay attention.
Yep, you see those shield
the
drop,
shields
you
and
just go
stuff,
headshot, just like in multiplayer. Like you drop the
Yep.
shield, headshot, boom. Like don't even hesitate. Like
Running out of ammo be at the crucial time. You be like, be switching looking for a weapon. Ah,
yep.
where's the weapon?
But that's
Yeah,
cool.
Halo
But
was
I
king.
love the fact that with the grapple shot, you can use it to pick up weapons too. Like one time I was like pinned down in the corner, and I saw like this needler on the side of the eye. I was just,
Haven't
grapple
done
shot.
that.
Grab that jump.
Really? I didn't.
But I was
Oh,
like-
it's good. It's good.
So I told you I have the stun grapple. So I was like with the big guys, I was like stun, shoot, stun, shoot.
Yeah,
That's a good
It was
one.
working.
That's a good one. That's a good one. But yeah,
Don't
usually
shoot
to pick up
method?
weapons. Usually to pick up weapons when you like when they're far away from you, you can't get to them and you pinned. Because that junk helped me get out a couple gems. But I love all those like little meta game though. Like I like a lot of it. Like I even like pick up the cores and throw those when I'm out of grenades. Like
that's the funniest thing ever. Like if you shoot one just right and it explodes,
explode.
you take out half the
Yeah. They
Yeah,
did a good job
that's-
with that whole
Yeah.
making that feel like dynamic as possible. But
Don't forget about multiplayer though, y'all. I'm just letting you know right now. We do need to play.
We were
I was
about
talking about that before
earlier.
you jumped on. Like I'm
Okay.
I'm gold 2, I think gold 2. So
see, yeah.
I'm trying to get caught up. I know you pretty far. Y'all far more further along than I am. So I'm trying to.
No, I'm
No,
gonna
I
say
think y'all the same. Yeah,
I'm not
you-
even ranked, people. I'm not ranked.
Well, see, you've been
You
playing
need to
other
play
Well,
with
ones.
see, you need to play with us
Play
to
with
get
us.
ranked in because
Yeah.
then it'll put you up higher. Because
No.
Look, I did all my rank matches with Stitch, and that's how I got in at like gold 2. I started at gold 2.
Y'all.
See,
I am not that good. Y'all know that.
me
That's okay.
either. Me either.
Right? You gonna get carried.
I'm not that great.
I'll
at
take
but-
it. I'll take it.
But you will have to get some kills. I'm just.
Oh yeah, at least yeah.
Hey, y'all know I follow directions well and I play objectively, so I'm good on that point.
Yeah, we need that.
We just need the dub. We need the dub. That's the priority one. And you gotta get your kills in. That's it.
Yeah.
Really.
See, Delilah talking like a fat.
Right? Talking like she plays shooters.
Y'all growing on me. Y'all growing on me a little bit. Y'all
Yeah.
growing on me.
Oh, I like it. I like it.
Okay. So anything else, LBOOGIE, or that's it? We can just kind of roll into the
That's
topics.
it. We can keep rolling.
All right. So the news was kind of light this week because we had the Game Awards, so that's gonna be kind of the bulk of our topic. But there were a couple things that stood out to me, and so I want to kind of point those out. One of the first ones that was on the list was Sony acquired a studio called Valkyrie Entertainment. I don't know if you all familiar with this company. I had to do a little bit of research, but they've actually worked on They worked as a support studio for a lot of AAA titles. They worked on Halo Infinite. They also worked on Forza Motorsport and a bunch of other, first party titles from other platforms. So like from Sony. But the last game that they released was a mobile game for PlayStation 4 back in the day. That's the only title they release. But I guess my question to the ladies are on the panel is, what do you think about Sony acquiring yet another studio to help improve their portfolio? Do you think it's enough? Because as far as they already have a ton of studios, so how do you all feel about that?
For me, I don't feel like they would be able to sustain a ton of studios. So I think that there is a point where they're going to have to stop, which is with Microsoft too. They can't sustain, a ton of studios, but anyways, I feel like they would do better hiring more people for the studios that they have to ensure that they have enough workforce to get the games out when they're supposed to be out. Because one of the reasons why they're dry right now is because they had pushbacks.
Right. Yeah, because they couldn't. That does stem for the fact that not have enough developers on staff to get the games completed on time in some cases. Right. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah. But that's how I feel about it. But yeah.
Yeah. And just so I'm clear, I want to make sure I pulled up just to kind of get a better idea of the previous relationship that they had with Sony. They also did Infamous 2, Twisted Metal.
Oh, okay.
They worked on God of War, and then also they're working on God of War Ragnarok. So it's not like this is a new relationship for them. This is kind of something that was, I think, they already worked together, so you might as well lock them down. Because think about it, if they worked on Halo Infinite and they worked on Forza Motorsport, so then you kind of okay, well, stop spending your time over there and come finish the work we got over here. You can really kind of shift priority if you actually own the studio. I think that's what Sony was going for, according to this article.
Question. So from what you're saying, if I'm understanding this is more of a support studio. So right? Yeah. So they don't expect them to make their own games. They're just expected to help their larger studios finish their games.
And they could. Any studio, anytime you have a little branching like this, any studio can switch priority and work on their own game. But they primarily do support, helping other teams get over the finish line, other games get over the finish line. So that's
I kind of like that. Mm-hmm. I do. But like Boogie said, maybe if they just hire their own people, but it gives smaller studios a chance to work on larger games and get more experience. That way they can branch out and do other things. Because I'm sure working on Ragnarok would be real pretty on somebody's resume.
Facts, yeah.
And we always move trying to get that bigger bag. I don't know. I see nothing wrong with this. More power to them, because hey, we all like to play these games, and Sony is known for exclusive, but their main problem with their exclusives is that it takes forever for them to come out. So if this helps them speed up the process a little bit, I'm happy for them.
Yeah, because I was even trying to think about next year for on the Sony side of things. It's what titles they got released other than what God of War Ragnarok, which did they confirm a date for that? And then you have Horizon Forbidden West. Do they have a date for that? It's this. I think that's what they're probably trying to fill in those gaps. It's how do we get to the finish line? We need to be able to lock down these support studios down so they can focus on what we need, right? That's my thinking behind it. I could be completely, wrong on this.
It makes sense though. It makes sense.
They should have been doing this, acquiring studios earlier. I feel like they saw the success of what Xbox was doing when they was acquiring their studios, that they feel oh, okay, we got to get some as well. But the exclusivity part of it all with them within the last couple of years was really tight. And to me, it felt kind of closed-minded a little bit. So it was if you ain't rocking with Sony, the only people that were making the good games only rocking with Sony. And now they know that as time changes, how we get our games now, and how the teams are set up to make these set games, they got to adjust on how they got to get their games on their system as well. And sometimes it's not just, you know, Sony or Microsoft only thing. You got to bring outside talent to make sure you bring that game at that console to its strongest potential. Did that make sense?
Yeah. And like what I think that I don't like that Sony has been doing over the last 2 generations, that they're very reactive, right? Like now, while they are like, you know, they did things with their controller, you know, they tried to step out into the VR space, but still it didn't seem like they were all in. It just seems like they were just doing it to do it, that they're not trying to build, they're only doing whatever they need to do to try to stay on top or try to, you know, catch up in whatever areas. And I feel like, I don't know if that's because of whoever is the head, you know, whoever's leading there. And it's weird because, you know, we have PlayStation, but we have a head here in the US and we have a head over in Japan and whatnot. So it's like, is it the people over in Japan not allowing the people in the US to do, you know, or is it the people in the US just not wanting to do? But I feel like they would do better to try to do something different, I feel like, right?
Well, when you say different, you're referring to like the formula that they have as far as their games?
Yeah. Right. Just to like have something different out there, because I feel like, so we have God of War. I mean, do you guys see another Uncharted coming?
No.
And it just they might spin it off, right?
Something. I thought they could spin it off. They
maybe
did
do a spin off or whatever.
Yeah.
So
they've already done a spin with the ladies. They've already done that. So,
well, I guess they could keep going with them or whatever, or do another one with them. But I don't know. I just feel like it's like, you know, and it's the same with Microsoft. But I feel like they're doing the steps needed to get new and different IPs, right? And I don't see that from Sony. And we see what's happening right now, which I know I have my theory with them, is that we all know that consoles are only to get into houses so they can sell you software, right?
Right.
So I'm thinking that they're going to start to put more games on PC, because if you can't, like the semiconductor thing is not
the distribution too, yeah.
Right. That's not getting fixed tomorrow. It's not getting fixed in a month. It's not getting fixed in 6 months. So they have to do something to start getting people to buy software. So I think we will start to see more PC, but like I said, they need to invest in something new and different, and in their companies who already are here, hire more people, because we know that they're being overworked, so that you can get whatever you already have slated out on time.
That's interesting. That's an interesting thing, because it's like, as far as, I done lost my train of thought a little bit on it. But,
sorry, I went on a long rant.
But it's like, I agree with you as far as the variety of titles. Like they definitely need some more variety in their portfolio, and also to like branch out their teams a little bit more to kind of get like land these release dates, because I mean, we done seen so many different. We was talking about this when we did the roasting for the Game Awards, was how like we done seen some of these same titles in the last 4 events. I mean, granted, we understand 2020 happened and things are just now to get to somewhat sort of a normal pattern, but it's like, man, you know, what's going on? Like, I don't want to see Crossfire X again on another show. I don't want to see what was the other one they had, the little Zelda Foxy thing with a Tunic on another show.
Yeah, right.
Like, you know, at some point, you know, I want to see release dates, and I want to be able to play the games. Because on average, a game takes 2 to 4 years on average.
On average, especially
so
AAA.
If I've seen your game for 6 years, I'm like, I'm thinking I'm never gonna get to play it. Like, to be real with you, but.
Side note, I am low key getting tired of people talking about how the pandemic is because of all delays. I'm not like, I understand, like it is hard. I swear to God, it's hard, but. Everybody else is went back to work. I work in a public place. Like, I have to go to work every day. Like, y'all see I have to wear my mask every day. I have to interact with people who don't wash their ass on a regular basis every day. But yet I'm still expected to show up and work. Dude, I ain't trying to, again, I'm not trying to be mean about these people, but half of y'all work at home in y'all pajamas. But yet it ain't clicking right. Like, I still have to show up to work.
It's different.
I
can
see
say
that.
this. I can say this with go ahead.
I was just gonna say that I've heard from other developers that the creativity is stifled.
That's right.
At home, like, because they're not together, so the creativity is what's not being able to.
I think they got the better luxury to get a good game. I don't know what would they have at the workplace that will spark their creativity that they can't replicate at home.
I'm gonna say.
I was about to say some examples because I'm a designer, and so like collaboration is very, very difficult. You have to really rely on the software to be intuitive, or record video yourself doing something on a whiteboard or something in order to kind of get people to understand your concepts. It can get very, very challenging, but we get it done. We solve the problems we need to solve. Otherwise I couldn't work remotely, right? But another thing too is when it comes to video games, it's a little bit different because you have, especially with AAA, you have a lot of things that rely on in-person type things, such as motion capture and things like that, and doing VO. Like we saw a couple voice actors on Twitter doing things in their closet. So it's not saying that it can't be done. It's just harder and it takes longer. It's more process. And then also you have to worry about security of development too. Like if you're working with a bunch of vendors, it's like, okay, you don't want to necessarily have to share that code base or certain parts of it. It takes a lot of security. You have to make sure that things don't get leaked out and stuff. So it's a larger problem when it comes to like development, specifically when it so around games. But
it seems to me, because this doesn't seem like it's going to be changing anytime soon, that this maybe people need to take it seriously and retrain.
Yeah, like this is our new normal, people.
Right. That's exactly it. This is the new normal. So let's get it right.
So yes, why don't you have a process in place already? Like we've been doing this now for a good.
People are slow to catch on.
Okay,
and it takes time. It takes time for technology to catch up. Like I feel like we would have did this. I mean, we were forced into it now because of the pandemic, but it's like this probably was supposed to happen in 3 years from now. Not so much, immediately. Let's do it now because of this whole situation. So technology still has to catch up. We can already do a lot of like code sharing. You got like code spaces and things like that where you can do things remotely. So the technology is there now, but even over a year ago it wasn't. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like,
because think about Zoom, like, dude,
facts.
Should have put money in Zoom as soon as the pandemic hit, because they have just skyrocketed, So
Teams as well,
Teams is the death of Mixer for Teams. Shout out.
She said, "Shout out."
So you said that. I just caught on what you said. I don't know.
Death of Mixer. So
I heard that.
Yep.
No, that's not how that went. But okay. Next topic. All right, so I know one title that surprisingly showed up at the Game Awards was CD Projekt Red. So I really wanted to talk a little bit about this because they were in the news this week. They are actually in talks with their investors over misrepresentation, because you know how they had this huge marketing campaign about the game, and so a lot of people, a lot of fans and investors alike felt as if they didn't get the product that they paid for. So we knew they had went on this whole refunding blitz of like, if you bought the game, you can get a refund, so on and so forth. We know about that, but it's still people looked at it as being like false advertising. Is kind of the phrasing I want to use. So I want to get your ladies' opinion on this and what you think about CD Projekt Red. Do you feel like their reputation is tarnished now, and do you trust them to be able to turn it around? I'll start with you, CHAREECE.
Yes, to the people in the know like us, but like to the general public, no. They did misrepresent their game. Like, I don't know if you want to call it a fact, but what we were advertised and what we were shown is not in the game. It cannot be found in the game without modding. It's just not there. even with the updates they've put in the game, some of the stuff that they've showed off in previous trailers and demos is still not there. And I'm not talking about graphics and bugs. I'm talking about storylines. I'm talking about activities. I'm talking about the interactions with the NPCs. I'm talking about the actual story of the game. It is not there. It's just plain and simple. They have even went back and changed what they consider this game to be. It is no longer considered an RPG by CD Projekt Red. It is now considered an action adventure game. Like, they had to go back and change it
the
themselves.
genre.
Yeah, like, it's no longer an RPG, which is hilarious how it was nominated for best RPG of the year when it no longer considers itself an RPG game. Wow. It's just they screwed up big time. They was drinking their own hype, and they had us drinking it, and now they got called to the carpet about it. So they just have to pay out the butt. They have to pay somebody some money because they got sued by their investors, and I think some actual gamers filed a lawsuit also. So are we all gonna see a check? Probably not, but
it's gonna be 12 cents.
If that much.
I ain't gonna get my full money back. I'm not gonna get this full 60 that I don't sponsor. I played the game. I don't wasted time. You know how many times
you're not getting it back. The time is gone. The time is gone.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the game, but okay. You know, I said it every time because I did.
Okay, this is my main issue with the game. Not only that. Let's all be real. That game was broken at launch. And
it went gold twice. That's all I'm putting.
Yeah, Delilah, you dirty.
I'm just saying. That made me change.
We talked about this like a week or two ago. Like, what does gold mean anymore? You know what I mean? What does going gold mean?
In the day of the day one patch, what does gold mean? What does going gold actually mean? Like, we need to ask that definitively.
How fast is it gonna take me to download that day one patch? Like, how big is this? Like, do I need all night, or can I do it when I get
Don't get me started on Halo, because I told y'all Halo had like a 4 gigabyte patch. I boot the game up and it needed another 21 gigabyte patch.
Because when I had the 4, I was happy. I was like, oh, okay. Then I saw that 25. I was like, oh shit.
Like, oh, you gotta download the campaign. Like, I thought I preloaded this.
You should have seen me on stream. I was like, man, we about to go play some Halo. Very first time playing Halo. I'm gonna turn it on. Oh, you need a 21. I'm like,
yeah.
What we gonna do?
And the 21 didn't do the automatic. The automatic was 4, so you thought it was good.
Yep.
That's what set me back, yo. That's why I'm behind everybody.
Yep, because I didn't play till like about 6-7 o'clock that night.
With CD Projekt Red, I think they'll look. They last chance is The Witcher 4 if they do it. If they do it.
Oof.
If they do it.
Do you really think they're gonna do that though? I think their hands are so tied with fixing what they've.
I think they're gonna just give up on it.
That part, I was just gonna say that.
What?
They're going to because they have to.
Yeah,
they're gonna.
I don't think we're ever gonna get that the current gen update.
It would, in the long run, they would lose more brand loyalty trying to fix that game and not coming out fresh with something that was this is good than they would if they go, all right, we're now just going to have this smaller team working on whatever fixes that we have for CD Projekt Red. Everybody else has now pivoted to Witcher 4, so we can make sure that the Witcher 4 is good. When the Witcher 4 come out, everybody forget. Everybody will just slowly start to forget that one and then in the back.
And see,
I'm telling you.
That sounds like Anthem. That sounds exactly what they did to Anthem.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
My
soul hurts when it comes to that game.
Wow.
They were just like, look, look, we're gonna take the L.
Okay, so I got a pivoting question to ask then, because of what happened with Anthem, with the way that was advertised, and we know the aftermath and the end result to what happened with Anthem, which I think Anthem, if it was a next gen only title, had all the potential in the world. Like, I think it just wasn't ready for that level of hardware. But where was I going with this? Okay, so with Anthem and CD Projekt Red, what does that say as far as advertising going forward in this industry? Because think about the Game Awards, put it in that perspective, and like what we was shown at the Game Awards. You get where I'm going?
Yeah,
take everything with a grain of salt.
That's okay.
Don't let these cinematic trailers fool you. It's really about the gameplay. And what is your particular taste in what game that you're looking for?
But think about this though, lady. Anthem showed gameplay.
But it was broken at launch though as well.
But this is what I'm saying.
Okay, wait, Delilah, because we knew something was wrong with Anthem when we went to E3 and they weren't letting you play.
But look,
I remember y'all saying that.
But Boogie, there's a small percentage that go to E3. Think about the
right, but I'm just saying we knew something was wrong.
They wouldn't even let
when they
journalists
weren't
play
letting
it.
people play it.
Yeah,
Like
it was all just a it was just a video. You couldn't take video. It showed you behind closed doors what it was. It was not open to the public. I remember y'all saying that when y'all came back.
I don't even know if you could consider that a vertical slice because they were playing the same bit every time.
Mm-hmm.
They had to have a break between people coming in.
Someone
was sitting there with a controller, but I don't think that's what was happening.
So was CD Projekt Red viewing of Cyberpunk the same way? Was it closed up like Anthem?
Yes.
Yeah.
And because
there.
Yep. Yeah.
I remember that. Even then you said it had
swag
issues
and all
that you was worried about it.
And people were getting on me like, no. I'm like, no, it looked like it needs some work. Like there was things like jittery things, like the people were like moving, like
like robotic.
Yeah, like you could tell that there were things. People were like, so, oh my God, this is gonna be great. Yeah, it could be great, but it had its issues.
I mean, saying that.
I see. I was you. The example you're mentioning though is CD Projekt Red. I was thinking about Anthem. You remember at E3. You remember at E3. I can't remember which one, but it ended Microsoft Showcase, like the Xbox Showcase. It was at the end of the showcase. They pretend that the showcase got hacked, and then they showed Cyberpunk 2077. They showed that, and then the previous year they showed Anthem. Remember that? They showed Anthem.
Yeah, I remember that demo.
And he dove in the water. He was swimming on the water. He just, flew out and did all this. Yeah. That was gameplay, is what I'm saying. So when you look at
you can do that in game. You can do it in game.
Yeah, you can. That's true. You technically you can do all of that in game.
Right.
But you wasn't there grabbing up. But because
it's like now it's like, can I trust y'all? Can I trust y'all?
Right?
Can I trust y'all at all? Because yes, it's in game, right? But what are we?
It didn't look like that though, y'all. Think about that.
Right, and it's gonna get. I bet you it's gonna get to where we are saying, I want to see somebody on stage playing this shit right now.
That part.
Yeah. I mean, because
don't even use a wireless controller. I need you to record, and I need to see it plugged into the console. Like, take the batteries out or whatever.
Yeah, show me first. Show me first.
So they Milli Vanilli-ing us with the video games?
I'm just saying, if you look at those are two solid examples. Another one would be another one too, which I always forget about, but I don't want to forget because I boycott this game and I don't play the updates to this day because of this game, and that is No Man's Sky or No Man's Lie.
That was
I will never forget that how much hype that game had.
Yeah. Remember the order, which I still like the game, but it was short. It was not worth $60. It was like a movie, right?
It's like the length of a movie, right? Something like that. Somebody said it's like the length of a movie.
Yeah, it was it was so short, but the game was good. It was just so short. You were just like, this is it. $60, that was it. But yeah.
So I mean, so like you said, grain of salt. We just have to approach it. So when we talk about the Game Awards, it's like they showed a lot. We had a ton of trailers. They did all they could and whatnot. But before I jump into that, I do want to talk a little bit about the whole Activision thing. Y'all know it's been an ongoing saga with them and their issues. But then we also have some things coming out about Bungie. So I mean, how do you ladies feel about this in regards to the state of the industry? And like people are now starting to speak very vocal about the working conditions and whatnot. I do see parallels being in tech. I see parallels because I've worked for several tech companies now, and I can't help but speak to my own situations that have happened to me over the years. It's caused me to change jobs, change careers, change managers. Like, I've been through this before. So, how do you ladies feel about this? As far as like the things that's coming out about Bungie, and how of course the things with of course the what we already know about how well documented the Activision Blizzard situation is going to. So feel free to speak. I'm not gonna pick anybody. Just feel free to speak. If you got something to say about it, feel free, or we can skip it. So
I got you, girl. Bungie was a part of Activision, but they cut ties 4 years ago. I can't remember. Anyway,
I didn't even think about that parallel, but go ahead.
Yeah, so they were part of because when they got free of Activision, it was like a damn holiday on their websites and Twitter feed and all that shit. So I think, because I read the article and then I read the CEO's response from the article, I think all this, they have been trying to get rid of the Activision people still at Bungie. They're trying their best. Nobody's perfect. They even admitted that they're not perfect themselves. But they have their diversity groups, and they're trying their best to be more inclusive, have more diverse people. They even, in the CEO's response, they even give you their numbers of how better they're doing, in this type of thing. So I think they're still trying to clean house. And of all the companies that do make games, they are at least, visible doing it. They show you, they have their blacks at Bungie, their women at Bungie, trans in Bungie. Literally, I have 2 of their pins, about to buy the other 2. So I'm not saying they're perfect. They have screwed up, and this report shows you that they have screwed up in the past. But they are trying more than others. So I'm not giving them a pass, but I am giving them love for the effort.
I think it's smart of them to get ahead of it. I mean, that's directly from the CEO. This is what we're doing. This is what I think that's smart. But yeah, no pass from me. But go ahead. Anyone else got anything to say about this?
The thing with Bungie is, I'm reading the CEO's response as well. I think, to be honest, at least he's taking some accountability, that he knows, what, we still got some issues here. It doesn't change. It doesn't make the what's going on any less. But it's been said, this is not new, and it's not just isolated to one company. And I think companies should understand, to recognize if there's issues like that, to take care of it efficiently and effectively as possible. And I think Bungie is doing better what Activision did as far as handling those accusations.
Well, it's communication.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. The CEO was yeah, we know, we cleaned up, we working on it. Versus Activision's response, literally burying it, trying to bury it.
Why are y'all complaining about the same stuff?
But yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, they're not the best at it, man. But at least Bungie trying.
Right. Bungie's whole vibe was look, we already know we're taking care of it, and please believe, if we find out that anybody else is here still doing this, they will be handled. Yeah. That's what I got from the email.
Yeah, because again, they're trying to clean up from that Activision. They're still trying to get those Activision people out the door.
And remember, we said this, that this could have been one of the biggest reasons why they were we gotta go.
No, we don't. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, obviously, you never know though. The whole totality of everything, right? Yeah, you don't understand.
I don't know, but I would leave too if I said, "Damn, this information would be really damaging on Bungie's side, and I can't fuck with you, Activision."
Someone saw the sinking ship. Someone saw the leak. It's happening. Let's
go.
We need to go, y'all.
We need. Yeah, I've been right there with them.
Exactly, L. Exactly. Somebody saw that, and now there's some people in the crew that's still dirty, and they just gotta clean up. But instead of taking with Activision taking accountability and stuff like that, they threw it under the rug. I think Bungie is trying to like be more transparent about the situation and acknowledging the fact, like, yes, these things are still going on here, and they're trying their best to fix it.
24 plus counts though. Oof, that's a lot.
Somebody gotta go.
I'm pretty sure
Somebody gotta go.
Like they've already.
I'm not sitting here saying that everybody's job needs to be saved. No. Somebody gotta go. Though their stories are meant to be heard as well, and they got to go.
Yeah.
But at least Bungie's like saying something about it versus ignore more. Except, I mean, I'm sorry. It's gonna happen. It's gonna continue happening. It's gonna be another company months down the line with the same thing, and we don't have the same conversation.
I agree with you there, because it doesn't only happen at the game industry level. Like it happens in tech in general. More than just tech, any company. Like this can happen really at any company. But I feel like it's more prevalent in tech because the diversity gap is so wide. You know what I mean? Diversity gap is usually 80-20, less 90-10. Like it's very wide. And so sometimes people, when you're the minority in that situation, like you feel like you have no voice. Like I told y'all, like before I start on this, I've left jobs, I've changed careers before over some crazy stuff people have said. But it's not easy for some people. You feel like I have to pay my bills. I can't leave this job. So I'm stuck in a situation dealing with this mess, knowing that it's that degrading just because you have to take care of your family. And it's
exactly. And that's what people say. Well, why didn't people say something before? Because I gotta pay these bills. You gotta pay my bills. And
don't get it twisted. Do not mistake what side HR is on. Who's paying HR's bills?
Right. That part.
Yeah. Okay.
Like do not be mistaken. Like people trip me out with that. Well, can you just talk to HR? Who pays HR? Okay, so no, I can't just go talk to HR. You know what I'm saying? So I tell people, like, because some people have shared things with me, not at the current company that I'm at, but in previous jobs, people have shared stuff with me, and it's like, first thing I tell them is get a lawyer. Get a lawyer.
And you better keep all that. Look, I keep all my receipts.
That's it. Record, document everything, and get a lawyer. Because going to HR, we've already seen what happens with that. You end up finding yourself out of a job versus doing anything about it. So yeah. All right, so moving right along, let's talk about these Game Awards, because we know it's a bit of it was entertaining some parts, but it was a lot of controversy as well. So we'll get into it. One thing that stood out to me though was the fact that Take-Two and Horizon kind of took over a little bit, for me at least. We'll talk. In my opinion, we'll talk about why that is. But the Keeleys, as Iron Lords like to call them, or the Game Awards. Let's talk about the good, the bad, and the
Did you say the Keeleys?
The Keeleys.
Yes.
Oh, that's the new name.
That's what they need to be called. Yes,
that's the new name.
Yeah.
The Keeleys.
No, that's what Iron Lords call them, the Keeleys. I thought it was hilarious. So I was like, I'm gonna call it that. So I want to ask each of you, like, your good, bad, and ugly. Like, there was a lot that was shown. I did pull up a list because I knew I wasn't going to be able to remember everything that was the winners, so to speak. But again, like, I believe they each, I think It Takes Two and Forza Horizon 5 each got like 3 awards apiece.
I wrote it down. Yeah,
Forza.
I was not playing. Forza got 3 awards.
Yeah, and so It Takes Two got 3 awards also. So, but it's interesting because I felt like it kind of took away from other games in those categories. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I do understand why they picked Forza for the accessibility award. Because they have done a lot to improve the accessibility in that game, and sometimes with racers that's hard to pull off. So I get that. But yeah, let's talk about it. What was your overall thoughts of the Game Awards? Your good, bad, and ugly. And I'll start with you, CHAREECE. Overall thought. Not who won what award, but overall thought of the show, trailers you saw, so on and so forth.
It was a solid B-, maybe. Too long. It is way too long. It should have been 2 hours max. Because when you put in the pre-show, that was what 7, 8, almost 4 hours. Yeah, 3.5 hours. We on the East Coast, like by 2.5 hours, my butt was already yawning. Like when is this? I gotta go to work. Like I was about to go get a drink or something, some coffee. I don't know. Too many ads. Way too, like if this is the Game Awards,
more ads again. Like go
at that part,
it's like come on.
Every different story for the ads were more, I guess, relevant. But how you have ads for an internet show anyway? I'm like, this is like if I'm watching Netflix and an ad pop up. Boom! What is you doing this? Why are you doing this?
They treat it like a TV show. So.
Then show regular ads. Then show me some tampons on there or something. Show it like a regular. But if it's an internet TV show, I do not want to see ads. The good was the music. The music was good. With the orchestra and all that.
The music was great.
Sting was hot.
With that pop collar.
Girl. Let me see. What else? Oh, Hellblade was nice. But it should have been at the end of the show because honestly, after it played, nothing else was popping like that. Everything else got compared to Hellblade and it was lacking.
I didn't feel that. I didn't feel
well, now if the end, like I play indies, but when it comes to AAA games, that was the only one we saw. So besides the Matrix, it was very low in the middle.
Suicide Squad looked great. Like what? Come on. I mean,
oh, girl, please. Again, I didn't even have to show that. Automatically, my money have been set aside.
Yeah, like we just saw that at the what was the? Can't remember the name of the show.
Yeah, but we just saw
that.
They showed that same trailer.
We hadn't.
Not that same trailer, but we already knew this coming.
It looked exactly the same. It's not like they were like, whatever. But
it's
Hellblade. We hadn't seen Hellblade. This was something different. Like everything else, it was stuff that we've seen, stuff that we know that's coming out, and stuff that we've seen fairly recently. So it was just like a replay. Like you feel like it was a replay of all the other shows that we've already seen.
That part.
In the last 6 months.
So CHAREECE, your good was Hellblade, basically.
Yes.
Hellblade 2.
Even though I'm not playing it, but it was still my good.
Got you. Okay, so my good, bad, and ugly. For me, ugly was the distribution of the awards. I think they could have did better as far as distribution of the awards and what games fit what category. They need to really figure that out and really be serious about this jury they supposedly has for picking these titles. Because to me, it seems either it doesn't seem well thought out or it seems one-sided. Because to me, there's no way that you could forget about Ratchet and Psychonauts 2 throughout the entire awards. To get 5 nominations and not win a single award to me is a travesty. But I'm gonna leave that alone. So that's my bad. My ugly was the ads. I felt the ads were, like you said, they definitely were more relevant. But they could do. To me, they don't. I mean, is a show that expensive to where you have to have that much advertisement? Because I mean,
I paid for his shoes. Come on,
pay for them.
Those little birds that was on his collar.
Just get them birds.
You know, he got the Kojima vibes. He got the.
I don't know what they were. They almost look like Aztec symbols. I wasn't sure what was going on there.
I don't know.
But glittery.
He had the rhinestone shoes with the brooches. The brooches on each collar. Yo, okay, he was doing it.
Joking people, but yeah.
Yo, it was jokes. Okay, but but yeah, so that's mine. Overall, I like you all have already mentioned, I feel like it was definitely a bit too long. We had the same complaint last year though, that they drag it on a little.
I think they did a little bit extra though.
I slept for 2 minutes. I know.
You were quiet. She was quiet for a hot second. I thought she went and got her something to check on.
I'm like, Boogie, you still?
And when you said that, I was like.
Oh, damn. You start going past 11 o'clock, it's time to check out.
I was like by that time
it's on a Thursday. Like,
at 10:30 I was getting tired because it was just like not keeping my attention.
Yes.
Like honestly, it just wasn't keeping my attention.
To me, it's for them, it's like they have to figure out how to nail the pacing, because you'll have the first hour will be good. Like they try to hit you with bangers, and then it has this lull in the middle, and they try to top it off at the end. But the transition from going from middle to end is just too long. Yeah,
it's arduous. Okay.
She used it on big words.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So, what's your good
I'm
bad
a-
ugly lady?
okay. The ugly was the ugly part about the Video Game Awards was just too many. There was not enough people getting their shine for their games because it was always like in the Video Game Awards, since they had more ads, some of the nominees and their awards were just an afterthought. Like when Jeff Keighley was like,
mentioned-
"Oh, best this, and best
oh yeah, we're here for this too."
Yeah, they won these awards, but you're not giving them as much shine as others, which is not fair. You had time to put all these ads, but those people who did like esports team, creator, independent game, I'm like, give them more shine. And then it was just overshadowed. That was the ugly part, because I really have to look at this list about what they came out with on the Video Game Awards, because I was so buried with the ads. I'm gonna tell you, if I had to pick an ugly game, it's gonna be Tiny Tina's Wonderland. I can't, it's a no for me, dog.
Wow. A hard no.
It's Borderlands with magic. Y'all don't like that?
No.
Dang, yo.
Okay, I ain't gonna talk about Hellblade because I already told y'all at the Video Games World what I felt about Hellblade. Hellblade is gonna be a day one play. I don't care what nobody say. We gonna do it. It looked gorgeous. I did some theory videos I was looking at after the trailer.
Playing that shit on easy. I'm letting you know right now.
I'm playing that with no audio. No audio. Easy.
Come on.
Yeah, them voices get me, but the puzzles is hard. They are not easy. So I'm playing that shit on easy.
Okay, easy ain't no problem. I'll do easy for the puzzles. Because them puzzles ain't none to be fucked with. When I played the other title of Hellblade, there was a couple of missions in there that I was like, yo, I can't. You want to not, look up the puzzle, but when you on the puzzle for like over an hour, but I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I'll be on YouTube quickly.
Real quick.
Okay.
20 minutes tops, and I'm looking for the answer.
I'm telling you.
I can't be wasting time trying to figure out the answer. Somebody else done already did it.
They puzzles overshadow the.
Oh my gosh.
The puzzles ain't a problem, but the story, what she went through, what the voices are actually saying in her head is top notch. And anybody that deal with, I think everybody deals with their mental issues. I don't think not one person in the world don't have one. So you can be able to sympathize what she went through and what her story was, because if y'all really paid attention, you could tell how she grown up and what really went on in her life in that game. So when you saw that trailer and that big dude came out, I was like, that's who I think it is. That's who I think he is. And
it's her interpretation too, right? It's like that's what she thinks it is or what she feel it is, So it's like you're going through her emotion of like, yo, I recognize this giant. Like in that trailer, I was like, yo, this is crazy, because her mind is gonna twist whatever it is anyway. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So
I also enjoyed what was that game? It was a couple of indie games. The Indian lady. Thirsty something. Thirsty.
The deaf
friend.
one.
The deaf. I'm tired of my job as deaf. I that's how I remember. Yeah. I don't know the name, but it was the deaf doing what.
Have a nice death. Have a nice death.
Yes.
Have a nice death. Yes, that was good, because it flips the script on what it normally is. Like, damn, deaf is one of the biggest jobs he got. Don't he be tired one day? Mm-hmm. So they spin that into a video game. I can't wait to see that. Also, look, I'm not touching Gollum. I'd rather read the book. I'm not playing the video game. I'd rather read the book.
What?
Who's developing it though?
I'm not feeling it either.
Is it just because you're not feeling the trailer?
No. I wasn't feeling the trailer. I just don't think. I just, it's a no for me, dog. I want to. Daylastic Entertainment and Nakan is doing the game. Now Slitherhead.
No.
I'm gonna put Slitherhead and Alan Wake together in a good category, because Slitherhead is an original horror, but I might.
That look crazy. That look crazy. Oh my god, no, definitely.
Yes, Alan Wake 3
Alan Wake
was good.
2. That
Remaster relaunch helped them push.
How's she skipping the 3 already?
I don't know how she jumped to 3.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking about the DLC. Okay, Alan Wake 2. They saw the remaster and it propelled them to really push Alan Wake 2 out. And I think that I'm intrigued. It's scary, but I'm intrigued. I'm gonna put an ugly category. Saints Row, the reboot.
Oh, y'all don't do it. Don't do it. Oh
I'm not feeling that one. I'm not feeling it.
I'm not.
I don't know
why.
Either. All right, look. It didn't look like anything spectacular, but like I said, it's not like I'm getting GTA anytime soon. So.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay,
I can't justify that one right now. I just can't.
She said I can't justify that right now.
No. Like, well, maybe once it get closer to release, maybe.
But I need to see a story trailer. I need to see a story trailer because right now, it's not working for me.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not vibing with the character they chose as the main character. Nothing about it screams to me that they're taking it to a new place. The game, it just seems like, okay, we in this weird desert type area like Vegas. It reminds me of Vegas because they're in the kind of deserty like area, and that's about it. Like
the best part. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. This is you're supposed to be. This is your section, but this just doesn't stand out enough to me. But we'll see, right? But go ahead.
Yeah. The best part of the Video Game Awards was hanging with y'all. To be honest with you.
Oh.
Yeah, we were just clowning. We was best dressed and shoes and performances. We were just talking. We had the chat there, chatting it up.
Yeah.
Range G4, you a fool because I seen them.
Yeah, I've been waiting to read it. We go ahead and read it. I'll read it. He say Jeff got his outfit from the Red Dead Redemption DLC store.
He not wrong.
You know what?
All he needed was a cowboy hat. A cowboy hat. But I have a segue question. How you guys feel about the game of the year? Oh, but I'm sorry, my bad. That was rude. I forgot.
I was gonna go back to that, but go ahead.
Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead, Boogie. What's your good, bad, and ugly?
So good is probably the Star Wars game for me. Eclipse.
I forgot about that one.
Eclipse. Wonder Woman.
Yeah, Wonder Woman looked amazing too. Like, and they didn't show shit.
Yeah,
right. But Monolith though.
Already put the money aside.
I was just like,
yes,
really, yes. That's a fadeaway right there.
Because lady, Monolith did Shadow Mordor games. They did like Shadow Mordor 1 and 2, or it was called something else. I can't remember, but yeah, they make great open world action adventure titles, and so Wonder Woman in that ilk will be amazing. So I can't wait to see more about Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I mean Wonder Woman is about to kick butt, but yeah, so I'm good with that. And then so for my bad, the pacing, like you said, because I fell asleep. What else can I say?
Yeah, you know what?
It's just like you said. I mean, it's like what you guys already said. The games were like second fiddle at this point, which I'm not about to get hyped for a E3 playback. Y'all had like 2 or 3 sprinkles of something new, and then everything else was like an E3 Gamescom playback. So I'm gonna need them to, like, if you're gonna make this a show where you're supposed to be showcasing newly seen stuff, do that. If this is gonna be an award show, do that.
Because how many times have we got to see Forspoken? Like, let's be real. How many times?
Yeah, and they didn't show like anything really new. I did like seeing that the voice actors. That was, we saw the one girl before, but to see the second person, it would have been nicer if they, like, instead of showing that, if they went more, like, had a little segment showing like what they do to develop, that probably would have been something nice.
And that would have been nice. This is the Game Awards. Why not show us how games are actually developed?
Right. So that's the bad for me.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
I want to interject.
And then the ugly for me was when Jeff had to say his, and when I say had to, it looked like he had to say his little bit about Activision. It looked forced. It looked like we have to say this because we know it's like the thing to do. It didn't feel genuine or anything like that. It just felt like, I mean, there was even a point where he paused because he thought he was supposed to pause for like an applause, but nobody was saying shit. And then he was trying to catch back up.
I didn't feel like I didn't get that vibe from it. I didn't get that felt forced to me. I just felt like it needed to be said. Like, I mean, it definitely needed to be said, right? And it did want to kind of provide a stance, or like a tone.
Well, then that's forced. I have to say this because I feel obligated to say this.
And plus, he got called out on it about Twitter on earlier that day or the day before, whatever. Like this week, anyway. He got, because he has yet to say anything about it, and he's still like, what's the CEO of Activision is on the jury
until the awards to say something. I don't know. I'm giving a benefit of the doubt on this because I felt like what he said to me, was very to me, it was in line with what someone that's like in his position should say. You know what I mean? Not so much saying that, oh, he has to say it. I would have felt worse if he didn't say anything at all. And so I appreciated that moment. I didn't take it as being like, oh, he just up there being a pawn and just reading from a script. Of course, I mean, he want to have it written out so he won't miss anything. But I didn't take it as a negative when he got up there and said that, though. Like,
difference of opinion, because I felt like he was just saying it because he had to say something. Like, we know that we have to say something, so let's say something. And that's the whole thing. Like, yes, they have to say from a script or whatever, but it didn't feel like.
So you're saying you'd rather him being like off the cuff instead of reading right from a prompter. I got you.
Right. I mean, you just tell him, there's certain things obviously not to say, but if you're going to say something, say something. You know what I mean? And like, I mean, you could see in his whole body nature and everything, like, I'm, we got to say this. Yeah.
I didn't get that.
He was more comfortable saying when he gave his introduction to his bestie than he was saying this. That's like,
okay, that's fair. It's energy. Okay, I get you saying like he's looking at his energy.
Right. Yeah, his energy. He wasn't into it.
His energy wasn't. Yeah. Maybe he was trying to be serious, and that's his serious face.
Oh damn!
I don't know.
Delilah over here just fucking. You about to give to the poor? You about to,
No, it ain't that. It's not that. It's just that I got a different feel from that entire piece when he was talking about it. I didn't look at it as like as a negative, or why he didn't have to go up there and say that or something. Like, I feel like if he's trying to speak for the industry. I noticed one thing that did stand out to me when he spoke was that he didn't mention the company. He didn't say Activision. Like, that to me stood out. I would have felt better if he would have said, been specific. To me, that would have been better. But I take what I can get. That is basically what I'm saying with that. I'm taking what I can get, because as an industry, he is right. We do need to stand together against this. As an entire.
I mean, what he said was right. I agree with you. What he said was right. Yeah. Others Inc. also said, at least he said something. Also, he referenced that Sony pedophile, and you guys know I can't stand him, but give him credit for that.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
True.
All right. So he gets a cookie because he said something.
He gets a half credit.
He gets one cookie. He ain't getting multiple cookies.
Wait. Yeah, no. Especially not once fresh out the oven.
Why did my stomach growl when y'all just said something about a cookie?
Because you probably had to eat breakfast.
Yeah, I eat breakfast.
There you go.
You got to give credit with credit due. It may not have been as sincere as we would like it to be. He did say something. It's better than people not saying nothing, or people not acting or making necessary steps to affect what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Well, and in that regards, Boogie, I do agree. Like, sincerity, that's a different level, right? Like, you can tell when someone's not being 100% genuine and not. Like, it's easy, right? You can point it out. So I get that. Anything else? Good, bad, ugly, Boogie?
Those were good, bad, ugly.
Good, bad.
It was just a cringe moment for me, so it was ugly.
I got you. Let's see. Another thing too, like, as far as games stood out to me, the one that Embark is working on, Arc Raiders, I thought looked fun. I feel like I did notice that they had 3 players though, and I'm like, what's with them and the 3 players? Why are everybody taking that Destiny formula?
Like, we don't like that though. We deal with it because it's Destiny, but y'all all ain't Bungie out here,
right? What are we doing? you know. But graphically, that game looked phenomenal. Arc Raiders. To me, it was between that and Hellblade 2, and I think there was another one that looked really, really good. But those two were my standouts. Any other standouts? No?
Among Us VR.
Hey,
That looked cool. That did look cool.
As a VR player, I am enlightened. You know, I mean, I'll definitely check it out. And I'm not even a Among Us fan, but I'll check that out just because I could.
So now we gotta pressure Lady and CHAREECE to get a VR so we can play together.
Yeah.
Look at him! Look at him! Like,
just imagine being in VR, you pressing those buttons.
I'm gonna break it. I'm gonna break everything in my house, man. In my room, everything will get knocked over.
Thank you.
Get knocked over. Everything.
Oh man.
I guess I'm just curious about that translation. Like, how are they gonna translate that to VR? Like, I'm curious.
Everybody just gonna be yelling at each other. You liar! You lying!
Yep. And I want to see how they put that together, because they might got it. They might got it. They might got it.
Yeah. All right. So the last question I have about Game Awards, you know, and you guys are actually like said some of this during your Good, Bad, and Ugly, was what can they do to make the Keeleys better? What do they need to do? What do they need to do to make this show better? Because think about it, this show is starting to turn into the de facto Game Awards show for the industry. So if not already, because the people are debuting world premieres there, they showing stuff that people haven't seen for the first time. It's like an E3 after the E3. You know what I mean?
I can't even consider them world premieres though. I was like, yo, I've seen this.
That part. Oh, so you just re-sliced up this trailer and added some more into it?
Well, see, I look at because Boogie, you look at it probably the same way I do. World premiere should be never before seen title. Like it shouldn't be like, oh, I done seen this game before. This is a new trailer.
He was considering it because it was the first time I was seeing this trailer. This particular trailer, it was a world premiere. That's not a world premiere, sir.
That's not a world premiere. No.
Yeah. That's just a new trailer.
I was like, why do they keep saying world premiere and I'm not seeing no premieres?
Something brand new.
Yeah,
what you're saying, right?
Like new,
so
new
that
IP,
too.
New.
Yeah, and to answer your question, new. Like, come on, if it's gonna be a world premiere, be new. Then there needs to be more in depth, like we said, for the devs, how games are being made. It's a Game Awards. Like, talk about that type of stuff. They do at like when you watch Oscars and things like that. They'll have little segments where they talk about, you know, how art is done or how sound is done, stuff like that. That type of stuff would be cool to see.
Yes.
And then give everybody some time to come talk. Shit.
Yeah, that's exactly. Like, show
not you. It ain't you, dude. It ain't you. We didn't come to watch you. We came to watch everybody else.
Yeah. Girl, say that. Show more people getting awards, period. Show more people getting their awards instead of just saying, oh, yeah, this such and such person won the best artist. No.
Right.
Like, why they handy it their little 30 seconds and say something?
I got one more. Sorry. And it was like DELILAH would be saying it every time, but he would tell you what the hell was about to be premiered every time.
Why? Like, why are you spoiling it before you? Like, he's like, oh, now watch this Sonic trailer. Like, okay, now I know it's Sonic.
Right.
Like, you're spoiling the
watch
surprise.
This Sonic trailer. It's coming out in a little bit. The movie coming out.
And then come out and say world premiere. Like, yo, y'all
cold as fuck.
Yeah.
He was catering to. You can tell which trailer.
It's the Keeleys.
It's the Keeleys. So from now on, we are renaming this. It's the Keeleys. Like
that's what it is. Because I mean, it focuses on him a lot. And I think sometimes a little too much. He need to figure out a way to pull himself a little bit back from it and make it more of an industry-based show. Because it's feeling like his show. It feeling like just him.
Somebody I was reading online. Somebody was like, he needs to stop hosting.
Oh, I said this. I said that shit.
Like, do it like the Oscars and get a new host every year.
Right. Somebody.
Wouldn't that be awesome to get a new host every year? You still get your credit with the which some of it was so cringy with the content creators. I was just like, I don't know. It was cringy, but like if y'all got some, you know, of them to host maybe together so they can play off of each other or whatever, you know, get some of these people who man the Twitter accounts, you know, the PR folks and stuff like that.
Yo, I would love that. Bring on Xbox's PR people.
Right. Like this is the community manager for Bungie. This is the community manager for Battlefield. Whatever, they're here. Because they know what we want to see. They talk to us every day.
Dude, that's a great idea.
Can I say that marketing spot on Xbox on the video games was hilarious?
Yeah, with the rappers,
with the rappers.
That was
and like he's talking about, he's like, hey, to the picture, like y'all, he tweeted it out. That was nice.
The same exact timing. The timing was on point with that. Yeah,
it was nice. I'm like, somebody scheduled their tweets nicely.
That was a scheduled tweet.
Yeah.
You stupid. I want more. It is a video game awards, and what we seen in like last couple of years, it's more like an ad showcase of products to buy, and I don't want it to overshadow. I'm about the games. Because trust me, not one thing they had at that video game award was enticing me to buy, but there were things on that video game award show that wanted me. There was games that I wanted to play, that's what makes it or break it. Yeah, whoever said LBOOGIE, you need to go. You need to find somebody. You need to find somebody. You need to rotate somebody. You need somebody who's a big name in the video game industry. It could be a fan. It could be like an influencer. It could be a gamer. It could be somebody else that ain't him. I think that, at least with me, I'm tired of seeing him being host.
I mean, he's able to now the Game Awards is able to pull in celebrities, right? Because we saw Keanu. We saw people just there, even if they weren't there in person. I ain't gonna say nothing about that. But now that he's there, it's starting to get a little bit of pull in order to bring celebrities there. Then he could definitely get like a celebrity. He can have to be an A-lister. It could be somebody that just people recognize, and they can be the host.
Somebody that we recognize as gamers,
right?
Not the popularity contest type of influence. A diverse. I think it should be a diverse.
Like watch me say this, and they're gonna have Greg Miller or something be the host. Like,
that's his go-to though, right? Ain't it? No, that ain't his go-to, or I could be wrong. Don't worry. G4 had their own little video. They had their own little mini presentation of the Video Game Awards, and I hope they can see the mistakes that Keeley is doing with his Video Game Awards and elevate that, because G4 it was where it was at.
I gotta check that out. I completely missed G4's.
Yeah, Psychonauts 2 won G4's Video Game of the Year. So.
Nice.
There we go. See, that's what gonna take. It's gonna take competition to be able to push this thing into a different direction.
Exactly. Like, I hope G4 does their thing. Like, start doing something so that we can have some competition.
That's it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, enough shitting on him.
All right.
I'm sure he's gonna do something next week to piss us off. So give it time.
All right, y'all. So we coming to one of my favorite parts of the show, and that's questions and tidbits. We're going to put the questions out there. Question your question is how we put it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Question. Yeah. So in tidbits this week, they showed it at the Game Awards, but I had to go back and rewatch it, and that was the Sonic 2 trailer. If you haven't checked that out, please do. I was worried about Idris Elba being the voice of Knuckles, but he sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, he sounds great.
When they said it, I was like,
right.
But
I forget he does
random.
Right, but I forget he does a fantastic American accent. I always forget about that. He's
Man,
really good.
You forgot The Wire.
The Wire, yeah, I did. I
didn't even realize he was British until like a good 10 years after I've been watching him. Like, I didn't even know he was British.
Yeah, but because in his latest movies, he's been using his British accent. But it's like I forget that he's really good at that. And Spider-Man's next week. It's my two tidbits. Spider-Man's next week, so I'm excited about that. Got my tickets. I'm ready. I'm hyped. So yeah, I look forward to enjoying that little gap in the work week. And then back to Halo. But so anybody can go. I guess CHAREECE, got it. Okay, go.
I got a tidbit. Y'all bullied Netflix to cancel Cowboy Bebop. Y'all dead ass wrong for that. Y'all
look here. People.
Wait, what happened? Wait.
Yeah, they already canceled it. There cannot be a season 2.
No season 2.
I understand that.
But then say there can't be a season 2. If they canceled it, that means that they probably had plans to keep going.
And why even say cancel?
But if they had a plans to keep going, that means they were going to write up their own shit, was not going to follow the
maybe
anime.
they wanted to be able to get away from the anime and to make their own thing.
But that's not why people was going to watch it.
See, because you think about Watchmen. You remember Watchmen on HBO? Great show, by the way. Like,
but it wasn't canceled though.
That was totally different.
Because it only had one season. Like, it's only one season. That's it. That's all you get. When you say you canceling something, that means you have, like you said, you had plans for a second season, a season 2, and now that's no longer in the plan.
Right. I agree.
I know Netflix can afford to do a season.
Like, 2. Watchmen was always only going to be a limited series.
Right.
Yeah. I think that y'all, because it wasn't accurate correct through the anime, y'all bullied the shit out of them. Y'all could have had, this is the thing, if it could have been a couple of seasons in, they could have expand the Cowboy Bebop world. Mm-hmm. They could have got 2 more seasons up in there.
Were great. The visuals was great. Were great. I thought I dug all the people. The girl was a little, but for the most part, like the other guys, right? The other guys.
For what you watched, do you think it deserves a sequel?
Yeah, it could have kept going.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe they can bring it back. It's Netflix. They can do what they want. It's really
apparently not, because I ain't no. If it was just gonna be one season, then they could have did better off with what they did. But it could have been multiple. It could have been multiple seasons. I don't know. They did their best. They did a good job interpreting the characters that they're trying to portray in that. But internet was bashing because certain things in the show wasn't one-to-one to the end. Wasn't one-to-one. And I'm like,
you're not gonna get 1-to-1.
You're not gonna get 1-to-1 with any adaptation. Period.
That part.
It's hard to
I wish people would realize that if it's in a different medium, you have to treat it as a different universe. Yes, these may be the same characters, but this is a different universe. You cannot, it's not going to be 1-to-1. It is never going to be 1-to-1. And if you go in with that mindset, you will enjoy things more. It's that's just how it is. Like, for example, Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter books, but if you read the books and then watch the movies, you're gonna hate the movies because they leave out so much. But if you leave out
so much, but they did well.
They did.
Yes, they did. There was only one movie that they did really deviate, which was like,
yeah. But if you go in there expecting the same thing, you're not gonna like it. You're not gonna enjoy yourself. So you have to go in here with that mindset that this is different. That these are maybe the same characters and the same things might happen to them, but it's going to happen in a different way. And you will enjoy these mediums, these forms of entertainment so much more. So much more.
She said go outside and touch grass. Okay.
Basically exactly what she's saying. Go outside and touch grass.
Mr. Make It Happen, he is a YouTuber that cooks. Fellas, if y'all don't cook, if y'all know how to cook, if y'all want to learn how to cook, go to his channel. He got some stuff for you.
Yeah, I love
That's all I gotta say. You want to press your wife or your girl? Go to his channel and find something. He got you. Cause I'm ready. I'm gonna do the pot roast. That's my little tidbit because I've been watching his shows.
Yeah, okay.
Like a little bit after work. Yeah.
Mr. Make It Happen. Okay, bet. Any other tidbits, people? Anything to watch? Anything y'all watching?
Yeah, Hawkeye.
Oh yeah, Hawkeye.
Yeah,
I'm trying to see if I.
We just had some new. We just had a big reveal, so you gotta.
Okay, I catch up then. What else? Is there anything else?
Remember, I told you gotta start watching The Wheel of Time.
Yes, The Wheel of Time and Hawkeye. Yeah,
I watched the first 2 episodes of Wheel of Time.
You like it?
I like it. I think it's good. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yep.
I like the production. The production is pretty good for that doggone show. I was worried.
Right. Yeah. I think it was episode 3. I want to say that I was really like, okay, y'all doing it.
They turned it up. And the first one was a little bit slow until the end. You know.
Yeah, I think 3 is when they like really start using magic and stuff. So then you really start like seeing some stuff going on. So yeah.
Okay.
What else is there? could have sworn there was something else that I was watching. Oh, Hit Monkey is actually really good.
What?
Yeah, you've been telling me about that one.
Yeah, Hit Monkey is another Marvel comic book. It's basically like this assassin who gets killed in Japan, and he gets saved by these monkeys. They had some magical waters that were able to bring him back, but then they end up coming and killing all the monkeys and him there. And somehow the one monkey that's left is able to see this assassin guy and kind of now is mad at these guys too. So takes over and starts, killing these guys too. So it's like, don't
all right, and what network this on? Hulu. Okay, bet.
It's a cartoon too, but cool. It's pretty funny. Oh boy, that plays in that soccer show on Apple. I don't know why I can't remember his name right now. It's not Ted. What is that show? Everybody's like talking about it. I can't remember. Dad, what's that soccer show on Apple TV?
She didn't mute him, like, that's funny.
Y'all hear Daddy Boogie?
Ted Lasso.
Tell Daddy Boogie I said hey.
CHAREECE says hi.
What up?
Right.
Sorry, y'all. Sorry.
Yeah, so It has a guy from Ted Lasso and he's hilarious. And then because it's online show, there's like tons of curse words and stuff. So
any other tidbits before we get into questions? Do we have any questions?
We do have questions.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Abacab, he had his question like right early, so I had to take a picture. Did you notice the opening cutscenes in Halo Infinite is kind of similar to the opening cutscene of Destiny 2?
Yeah,
Growl stole you off the tower and Aatrox stole Chief off the ship. Yes, I did notice that.
I noticed that. I thought that was interesting that they had that parallel. Mm-hmm. Because oh my gosh, that opening scene set the tone.
Yeah,
really set the tone. Mm-hmm. Because up until then, you don't know, like in as far as Halo, you don't know that part. Like that part, they didn't hint to it. They ain't showing the trailer. You ain't seen it, which I appreciate. And I wish more movies would do this and more games. Don't show too much. Just show just enough to keep people interested, and that's it. Don't spoil anything. Like, stop showing too much, people.
I feel like they're doing that on purpose. Like that they like show things from each other because Bungie right now has a bunch of Halo stuff.
Yeah,
it's so nice too. Oh my god, it's so pretty.
Like I said,
I don't think they have any like I don't know. I feel like probably because both were successful too. Like I don't think that there's like whatever animosity was there before is probably not there anymore.
They probably like sharing stuff like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this. What y'all gonna do? Like in the same city. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, and there's people now at this point that have probably switched studios.
That's true too. I didn't think about that part, but I'm pretty sure it has happened because we definitely know that people when they were at Bungie, they went to 343 because they wanted to continue working on Halo. So we know that for a fact, and that's how 343 kind of got started. Is people from Bungie, kind of helped form that new team at Microsoft. So their core is still there. People like to think it's not, but it is.
Yeah.
All right. I have a question from Other Zinc. He said, "What's up?"
What's up?
Not much.
Not much. Okay. Rain G4 got one up here. Will Hellblade 2 be available? Yo, you be I swear you didn't catch me in the first half. Will Hellblade 2 be available for the PS5 or will it come to the PS5 a year later? Asking for Other Zinc.
Like oh my god.
Rain, I swear.
That was a question.
Every week
for 5 years. and extra on holidays. Okay. I'm trying to see if I didn't miss anything. Question from Kay Johnson. Do you think Bungie will ever come back to Xbox only after Phil comments of saying that the old Xbox regime ruined that friendship? ? Question mark.
Oh, I remember this article. I would hope so. That way it comes straight to Game Pass.
Anyone. I don't think Bungie wants anyone
to
be their
they do enough
dictator.
Independently, I think. I think they do enough independently, and I think it's good that the relationship's great though. But you got to think about that last regime. The last regime did a lot of things. I mean, we all know with 2013 and like that whole generation, like that last regime did a lot. So just saying that, I think it's kind of, he's stating facts basically. I don't know. I don't think they need to though. I think Bungie can do enough on its own. I do hope that Bungie do something outside of the Destiny IP though. I want them to spin off and do some other stuff. I think they're just that talented of a team that they can come up with a new IP and it'll be great, even if it's something like an offshoot, just to kind of keep things interesting. Because I feel like, I don't know. Destiny is great, but I think it has its own thing. But I'd love to see that team do something else.
All right.
That's just me.
Question from Abacab. What do you guys think of The Matrix Awakens? I haven't tried it, but I downloaded it.
I tried it. I loved it.
It's a cop. It's a cop or drop.
Well, it's an experience. It's not so much. It's an
Correct.
experience. It's phenomenal just to kind of see what the Unreal Tech can bring to games.
Yeah.
It's like, if you Hellblade 2 looked amazing, and so when you look at Matrix Awakens, like you can see why that tech is phenomenal, and it's that generation leap that you expect, because I mean that sequence from the Matrix Awakens was crazy. You playing, and I had to really test it out because it looks so real to where like I had to play with the controls just to make sure I was still controlling things. I'm like, this looks like a cinematic. Let me see if I can just pop 2 times and let me see if I can move the gun this way. And I'm like, this is real time. It looks like you're playing a movie. It's incredible. The graphic fidelity is on point, but yeah, I think I enjoyed it. So I mean, anyone else?
You see, it's only on the now
new
gen
stuff. Exactly.
No,
exactly.
I'm calling it now gen.
Yeah, this is the
Current
current gen.
now.
Current
It next
gen.
gen. This is now gen.
Current gen.
But
Correct.
it's definitely, it's a leap though, right? It looks different. Like you can look at that. Like I look at that the same way I look at Hellblade 2, and the same way I look at what's the other game I mentioned, Arc Raiders. Like you could see that graphical upgrade, from previous gen to current gen. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get used to calling it current gen at this point. It's hard to.
That's because they didn't put nothing out on it. Well, nothing solely on it. So it's like you be,
Yeah, you still kind of got your toe in the other side.
Right.
Yeah, they got a whole leg over there.
Right.
Well, how long y'all think it's gonna take for them to fully move to the current gen?
Where more people have the current gen systems.
Well, because think about it, they can already. Okay, yeah, that's true. Because then you got PC. I can't expect everybody to have upgraded PCs either.
Oh, I got a question. Do
Sure.
you think once they do have more people on the current gen, if they'll start saying that for games you have to have Game Pass to be able to play cloud?
Oh,
well,
they're gonna move it.
I thought
Like,
you
because
already
you
had
won't
to
be
have
able to play. You won't be able to play on your Fat Boy, right? But you'll need to be able to dock
that's a good
in
point.
to-
But you're right, because
Right.
technically nobody's left behind, at least on the Xbox side.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
if you get Ultimate, you can play the
Right.
you can stream all of
Yeah.
those titles, like even
Yeah,
the
they'll say
Matrix
that-
Awaken. You can stream it
Yeah,
on
they'll say
on your
you don't
OG.
have to have a Series X, but you'll have to have Game Pass to be able to.
That's a good point.
I can see it.
I didn't think about.
I
I
can
didn't
see
think
it.
about that. That's a good point. You need Ultimate to be able to play all that forward compatibility, all that
Right.
Series
Yeah.
X and S goodness.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good play, isn't it?
Might be on to
Smart.
something, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all the questions I got.
That's it. Okay, well we'll go
Yes,
ahead and
ma'am.
we'll go ahead and start doing outros then. I'll start with you, CHAREECE.
All right, everybody. It's your girl CHAREECE here. Thank y'all. This episode, we almost to 100 and
200.
200.
200.
200. 200.
Yeah.
And that is awesome.
200.
I know, right?
Wow.
Y'all, make sure to wash your hands, wear your mask if necessary. We're trying to have a good holiday this season. We're not trying to have any kind of family drama. We just want to open presents, spend time with our loved ones. So, tell somebody you love them, eat a hot meal today, and go play Halo.
Nice.
Go.
All right, lady, Infamous, where can the people find you?
You can find me. I just want to thank everybody that came through today. I'm sorry. I'm
That
thinking
pivot
about
was hard, boy.
Yeah.
the 200 episodes. I can't believe it. It's almost here. I'm brainstorming in my mind, like, what can we do? That's something real. We gotta do something special. I want to thank everybody that came through this morning and hanged out with us. I would like to thank everybody that came through the video game roast on Thursday. It was fun. And you can check me out later.
At least the first half. The last half, we was all tired, asleep.
I'm like this. I'm West Coast. Dude,
I had another browser open. I'm like, just maybe might as well browse the internet. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Yo, I
was
should have
on
started
my
playing
phone.
Halo. I should have started playing
Honestly,
Halo.
we got
honestly.
2 monitors, Boogie. We
I
could have.
know. I was like, I thought about it the next day. I was like, why was I not playing Halo? Like,
yeah, I bet you next year that's what we're gonna do when it gets boring. I bet you.
right? Be playing something else.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lady_infamous 415 on Twitch. We will be playing some Halo today. Tomorrow we're gonna try The Matrix Awakens, and we're gonna do something Monday. I don't know yet, but we'll do something for the next 3 days. So, and my birthday on Tuesday. You better show me love in the club. I want birthday balloons on my TL. I want birthday gifts, and just be kind to each other. Be kind to yourself, and play some games. Don't be just talking about the games. Just play them. Play them too. That's it.
And lady, you want gifts and gifts, right? You mean like gifts as an animated
with the T
images
and
gifts
with
with the. That's right.
Both of them. Yes.
Both.
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 Both. With the F.
With the F.
With the F.
All right, LBOOGIE.
Well, it's LBOOGIE0208. Y'all can catch me on Twitter, and my birthday's not till February 0208. And yeah, get some time in with your family. It's that season. We will not be back until next year. So,
What you mean?
I mean, next weekend is no.
No, girl. We got
one weekend. I'm ahead of myself. Ahead of myself.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Hold up. It's what I'm missing.
Yeah, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. But yeah, still get time in with your loved ones if you can. Wash your hands, wear your mask, get vaxxed if you're eligible. Because you see, it's gonna keep changing if we don't get vaccinated. So yeah.
So last are you done? Is there anything else you want to say, Boogie? I didn't want to cut you off. No, okay, great. So the last thing I want to ask y'all, which I should have asked y'all early on in the show, what's your game of the year? If it's like right now.
Halo.
What about you, lady? What's your game of the year? Oh, you had all year now.
Right?
I'm gonna say Death's Door.
Death's Door. CHAREECE, what's your game of the year? You can't say Destiny.
Boyfriend Dungeon.
Child, I'm over it.
It was fun, but it wasn't game of the year now.
It was game of the year.
Well, it's her game of the year. My game of the year is Psychonauts 2. Halo is closing in though, boss.
I know, right? Because I had to think about it. Like, Halo was looking really good.
Halo is closing in.
Like,
But
it
definitely
looks real
Psychonauts 2.
good. And even with this 20 gigabyte to download the campaign, it still don't have like a ton of bugs.
I've only found one, and it's only because I went to the home screen without pausing, and it came back and had a little bit of lag as it like refreshed itself or whatever.
No.
But
So there is a PC bug out there right now, though, too, where it's sending you to the store when you try to launch the game, but it's a known issue. They are working on it. There are ways for you to fix it if it does happen to you. It happened to me yesterday. So.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how the story wraps up because then that'll definitely see. We'll see what it do then. But that's it. You all know you can follow me on Twitter, DELILAH_HD. I don't stream anything. This is my home. This is where I'm at. So this is where I be. Yeah. Catch you on the next.